Hey everyone, my name is Gabby and welcome to my channel. Really excited to share some things with you. I am a hair and makeup artist. I work full-time doing hair and makeup for weddings, and I just thought I'd come on here and share some tips and tricks that I have learned in the industry over the years. I have been doing this for a little over 7 years now, and I know that some women struggle with how to do makeup or how to do their hair or just looking for something new, and I hope to be helpful and encouraging. If you like this video, please hit that handy dandy like button and subscribe. I really appreciate the support and thank you so much. So if you're interested in how I got this makeup look, then let's just go ahead and do it. Okay, so first things first. I'm the realist. No. Primer. Using the SmashBox Primer Water Photo Finish. Spray that generously. I'm gonna do my foundation first. I don't always do that depending on what I'm doing with my eyes, but today we're just gonna do like a simple, like a soft smoky look. Not anything too heavy, but not anything too light, maybe for like date night or just like a nice night out, nothing too like crazy. All right, so I'm gonna go in with my current favorite foundation right now, which is the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define. I'm kind of in between their F4 and F5, so I'm going to be using two different colors, so don't be alarmed. You see two different colors on my face. Does anybody else have a hard time finding foundation sometimes that matches your color? Like, does anyone mix a couple of colors? Our skin changes a lot in the winter. I mean, I'm pale anytime, but in the winter, I'm like really pale. So, just takes a little time. Blending it in with my nice fluffy, dense blending brush. So I wanted to point out that I did put my foundation over my eyebrows, but if you notice, I didn't really put it under my eyes. Now I don't have the most perfect skin in the world, so I do have some creases under my eyes, so I don't want to put anything too heavy on there. So since my concealer is a little heavier, I use the Tarte Shape Tape. I don't need any foundation and then concealer, so it doesn't cake on too much. So I'm gonna put my concealer under my eyes and the high points of my face. So this is not gonna be a popular opinion, but I really don't like to use a sponge. In my opinion, they just, they do a great job, but you need to wet them first, which is not really good for makeup because you don't want to put water on your face and then it makes your makeup, like, it just doesn't work out at all. It works out, but it just lasts longer if you don't use it. I use a really nice blending brush, one of these. They're super dense. It feels like a sponge, and it works really well for me. Also, with a sponge, they're not really easy to keep sanitary, and I'm really big on things being sanitary. When I am doing makeup for weddings, for those of you who don't know, I do hair and makeup for weddings. That's my full-time job. I work for a company called Creations by Mia. Go follow us on social media. We are awesome. Social media. We're awesome. Not to pat my own back or anything. But that being said, we cannot use sponges or beauty blenders on people because they're not sanitary. You wouldn't be able to clean them in between each client. Then we'd have to get one sponge or blending or beauty blender for each client, and then that is very expensive and it just doesn't work. So we have found ways and tools like this to use that are a little bit more sanitary and cost efficient in terms of weddings and doing multiple people. If you're just doing yourself and you clean it often, then by all means, use a beauty blender. Okay, so now that I have blended out all of my concealer, I'm gonna go in and set it with a loose setting powder. I'm using the Pretty Vulgar loose setting powder. So also with these sponges, they really pick up a lot of loose powder, these sponge brushes. So I like them a lot for that too. So I'm just gonna pack it on underneath my eye. You're probably like, whoa, that's a lot. But it's okay. It's worth it. You are worth it. A lot of people call this baking. So if you hear anybody say that they're gonna go bake their face and you're really confused, that's what this means. They're not baking cookies, even though they're probably wanting to bake cookies because they're dieting because it's the New Year's. So they really want to bake cookies, but they're just gonna bake their face. To crease, so I do like to set with powder around my nose. I do have like combination skin, oily sometimes, dry sometimes, but if I had to say or pick one, it would be more oily than dry. Just in case you're wondering to compare it to your skin. Okay. Gonna do some contouring. Just a little bit of contour. We don't need a heavy contour. Just a little something, because your girl needs contour. So you're gonna put that right under the cheekbone. If you need help, that's where it goes. So you want to blend it up and not like in circles. I was doing it in circles, but in an upward motion. You don't want to bring it down past that bottom line here. And I'd say you don't want to go past the mid of your eye. That's a pretty good stopping point if you're trying to figure out what exactly to do. Then I'm gonna go in with a bronzer. I'm gonna blend it out with the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in the shade, I don't know, 66, 76, if that's the shade, I guess, I don't know. And I'm just gonna put that right above where I contoured, just so it's not such a harsh contour line. Now before I do my blush, I'm gonna wipe away my my bake cookies. Raise your hand if you love my mermaid brush. Did you raise your hand? I bet you raised your hand. Okay. For blush, I'm using the Tarte blush in Paaarty. That's really what it's called because it has 3 A's in it. Just gonna put that right on the apples of my cheek and bring it up a little bit. Blend it out. That's looking pretty good so far. All right, so now we're gonna move on to eyes. So I'm going to challenge myself to use only this palette. I just got this palette in my BoxyCharm box. It's beautiful, check it out. It is by Protege or SUVA Beauty. I've honestly never heard of them. That's why I love BoxyCharm. They give me these high-end products that I've never even heard of before that I wouldn't normally have gotten. It's not like everybody uses this. It's new stuff, it's different stuff, it's not as mainstream. But this palette is beautiful. I haven't gotten a chance to use it yet. But normally I use like 17 million different palettes on my eyes because I like, you know, different colors from every palette. But today I'm going to challenge myself because I think like this color is really speaking to me. All these colors are beautiful. There's not really a good transition shade, so I'm just gonna like go in with a really light hand with this color Conscious and see how that works out. So it has a matte, a couple shimmers, a really nice deep matte, and some highlighters in here. So let's see how it goes. So the one thing I'm not liking about this already is I only dipped my brush in that twice and there's a lot of fallout. Not that that's terrible, but it's a little annoying. I feel like it wastes product doing that. But I'm just putting on this like nude color all over my eye for a base. And I will go in with this brown. So I'm gonna focus all the color into my crease here and then, or my outer corner, and then work my way into the crease so it's not too bold, and really build it up. Yeah. So blending is probably the most important thing when it comes to makeup. I mean, unless you're doing like a cut crease or something that like doesn't require blending. But I'd say it's one of the most important things, at least when it comes to eyeshadow, because you never just want it to be like harsh lines. You want to be able to look at it and be like, well, where does the color stop and the next color start? All supposed to be nice, smooth, blended shadows. So I'm gonna go in with that nice deep maroony purple. Maroony is not a color, but you know what I mean, right? I'm gonna go back in with a clean brush and just blend everything out more. Nice fluffy brush will do the trick. I will say it's coming up a lot pinker on camera than it is in real life. But I am mad at it. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with that really nice sparkly metallic, I don't even know what to call that. It's like purpley, really light lavender shade. And put that all over my lid. Mainly on the top of my lid and the inner corner. I'm not gonna go out and mess with the smokiness. Okay, so I'm gonna go back in with that deep purpley maroon shade and just blend it all together. Beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna go in and do my eyebrows. I'm using the Kaboom eyebrow. It's like a cream pomade type of thing. It's like that. Okay, so now that that's done, I'm gonna go back in with that brown. It's a really tiny brush because again, this brown is really dark, so I don't want to go too crazy. I'm just gonna put it right under my bottom lash line. Right underneath my bottom lashes. Really close to my lash line. I don't want it to be too smoky. Perfect. Just going to brush anything underneath that might have fallen out from the eyes. I'm gonna go in with some highlighter. Again, I'm gonna use this palette. I'm gonna use this highlighter to go with my eyes. Just put it right above my cheekbone. disclaimer, maybe unpopular opinion, I do not really highlight the tip of my nose. I don't really know why people do that. I mean, I get it if you're trying to highlight the high points of your face, but like, I don't really want to accentuate my nose. I don't know. But I do highlight the top of my Cupid's bow, because that I feel like that makes your lips just really nice, and it just looks good. I don't know. And then I'm gonna go and highlight the brow bone again with that same highlighter. Oh, that looks nice. Alright, I'm gonna go put my mascara on, because nobody needs to watch anybody do that. I'm not going to wear any falsies today, but I am going to put on my favorite mascara, which is the Buxom Mascara, and I will be right back. Okay, so I have the mascara on. Just kidding, I just realized I didn't do my bottom lashes, so let me do that real quick. Okay, so I'm going to finish off with this MUA lip liner, and my favorite of all time, lipstick. It is Sephora Cream Lip Stain. It's a matte. It's like $12 or $14, and you guys, I'm obsessed with lipstick. I try tons and tons and tons of lipstick, but this has honestly been my favorite one. That is better than so many other ones, really expensive ones I've tried. And this just lasts really long. It doesn't dry your lips out. They have a million colors, and I love it. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply that, and I will be right back. All right guys, so here is the finished product. I love how it turned out. I did stick to my challenge and use that entire eyeshadow or just face palette called Protege. I hope you like it. If you do, please hit like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Thank you all for your support, and I'll see you in my next video.